But to be exact, it's about the lack of dog food. One could argue that the poem is actually about everything else, except dog food. It's called All Out of Dog Food. Sometimes it feels like I'm all out of dog food and could use someone to talk to, but instead I lock myself in a dark room. I'm raging, I'm disastrous, behaving like an activist, trying to figure out what the big difference between a cradle and a casket is, and maybe then after this I could leave at least half of these fantasies, put my feet on the ground and stop. But for now I find myself standing on a mountaintop, with my mind on the wise one and my eyes on the horizon, wondering what lies on the other side of that thin line. I've been trying to tell myself that in time I will know, but somehow I don't believe that though. Cause I'm all out of dog food and could use someone to talk to. So where the fuck are you? Show me some real clarity. They say that I should get in touch with reality, so I agreed to date her, even though I truly hate her. I've heard that she's a true booty shaker and I am new in town, so where do we take her? That whole evening was a boring drama. Get me the movie maker and tell him that I see through his quasi-philosophical bullshit and he needs to shape up or it will lead to a pretty stinking review. I guess my message to the world is be strong, but dream on if you think you're gonna hear something else from the same old theme song, cause those in charge are too afraid that it would sound whack. I'm sick of life and its jiggy soundtrack, cause personally I do agree with Chuck D, truly I shouldn't have to move to the music, it should move me. That's how I define groovy. And they would probably say that you'd look a bit stupid if you shook your hip to it, even that was the part. But what do they know? All they got is their good looks and hit music, and hooking chicks to it seems to be their only goal. I'm just a sad and lonely soul, and I'm all out of dog food and could use someone to talk to. Tell me, does this start to make sense, or have I lost you? Well, I lose myself too from day to day, and I guess it's safe to say that the man in the mirror laughed all in my face today. He degradingly called me a backpacker, but I told his ass back that my backpack is full of golden eyes. Of course I told him lies, and I guess he'll figure it out when he's old and wise. But for now I take my chance and roll the dice. I'm one of the sober guys who have put up with way too many shoulder cries, wondering when it's my time to weep. When can I finally sleep? I've been awake for way too long and written far too many songs. I've written hymns of pure sadness and poetry that could cure madness, or drive a healthy man insane. It all depends on how you look at it. I shook planets with my baby cries, and I can see the sonic waves with my naked eye. But does that talent make me strong or weak? I just keep wondering when someone would write a song for me. Sometimes I think they ought to, cause life is truly a bitch. And I'm all out of dog food and could use someone to talk to. And it's hard to argue with those who criticize our morals and our standards, but behind our city lives we sit and hide from our bad conscience. And when it arrives, we really try to justify our shitty lives for pretty lies. We say that we're so eager to take action these days. We can bomb a whole nation in the name of stopping terror, but we can't even say thank you to the little children making our tennis shoes, and quite many do tend to view this as fucked up, and I'm prepared to agree, but what can Henry do? Little by little, I'm beginning to consider this riddle a little bit too complicated for a kid in the middle of this shitty and bitter-ass world. Especially when life is a bitch, and you're all out of dog food and could use someone to talk to.
Yeah.